Okay. Let's test if everything's good. Says we're streaming. Let me pull up chat. My phone. Channel water. Okay. Okay. Pretty sure. I guess I'll be checking to see if like it's not just a slideshow or whatever. Anyway. All right, let's get this done. Let's figure it out. So, if you've seen any of my past streams, I've already done this. I've already played the game.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
This is the story of a man named Stanley, and there's also a new story.
Stanley
of a man
worked
named
for a
Stanley.
company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at
And I want to
his
see
desk
if there's
in
anything
427,
new.
And he pushed buttons on the
Well,
key.
obviously there's new
Orders
stuff,
came
but
to
I want
him
to see if
from
there's
a
anything
monitor.
new in the
Yes. Tell me
original
what buttons
ones.
to push,
Just
how long to push them, and in
any new Easter eggs
This
or
is what
whatever.
employee 427 did
There's a
every
few
day of every month
endings I want
of
to check out
every
first.
year.
Obviously,
And although others
I know
might have considered it soul
the game ending has
Stanley
new games,
relished every moment that before
and I want to try that out.
as though he had been made exactly.
And then I want to try out the confusion ending, and
And then one day,
I think it
something
was
very peculiar happened. Something that would forever
the
change
countdown
Stanley.
ending.
Something
I
he
think
would
that's what it's
never
called.
quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single...
Anyway, I can skip this. I've already seen it a million times. Okay. I don't know. I might just want to try out all of the
All of
endings.
his co-workers were gone. What could it
What did it
mean?
mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Right.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Yeah, I think it's a different go now.
Please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No, 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 no. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly
What was that one?
5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks. No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
17. Okay. Ooh, that's interesting. I honestly don't remember that being there.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
I want to check out that area again.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
420.
Now, back to door number 437.
because all the other times
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know. All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
I just want to get the achievement for this because
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk. Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416. We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again!
This is one of the greatest
Finish
achievements.
it up, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430! Yes! We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking?
Anyway, so a few things I've noticed so far. I think so. Is this door? I don't remember that being there. That could be the new content door. I'm not sure. That door, yeah, that seems the same. That has the broken handle, like normal. This all seems the same. But I do want to go in there at some point and fear if there's anything new at all. But for now, yeah, there's that area too. Anyway, for now, let's just play the game.
Came to a set of
I'm gonna do the game
he
ending.
entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten.
It seems like it's a bit of a...
Stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for
Oh, wait,
her.
whoops.
But in his eagerness to
distracted.
prove that
My
he
bad.
is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job,
I
Stanley.
forgot.
Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Okay, let's try that again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
Perhaps
simply
missed a memo. Yeah, looking at the streams, he was running pretty well.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Okay, this time I'm going
Look,
to remember.
Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen
I wanna
to
go
you?
in there.
Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you.
In there.
To show you something beautiful.
I need to figure out how to get the open door
Give me a chance.
cheats.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game
I think
better?
the new games are
What did you want to see?
Firewatch
Vehicles?
and
Skill
Rocket League,
trees?
right?
Work
If there's
with me. You've
any
given me
more.
absolutely nothing so far. Tell
Because
you
the
what,
original game
let me take a
had
stab in the dark at a new
Portal,
design, and you can give me some feedback.
Minecraft. I
There we
swear
go.
there was another
A
one.
third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Oh, of course. A 3. Really? Maybe
Yeah.
next time we can get you to form an actual opinion, you know? Any level of critical thinking or engagement with your surroundings? Does that sound good? Think we can do that? Yes? Wonderful.
Yeah, I should open that door
based on the
too.
data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Wow. Don't care.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working
Baby
on.
game.
And now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting.
Here we go.
You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game,
Amazing.
all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience. You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, then I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out, I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
All right.
Aha!
This game.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation?
Wyoming.
Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted, erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
That was the Minecraft open door sound. Okay, I've clicked everything in this room. There's nothing. Dang. Let's see, I saw something over... Which way? That way is a thing. We're gonna try my darndest to get over there as fast as possible before he blocks it all off.
Oh no. No, it can't be. It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
Dang!
Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable
walls.
Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Rocket
Wonderful.
League, yeah.
See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed. Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Yo, I'm actually running, no way.
Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball. Yes! Oh goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable. More balls!
Goodness gracious. I bet there's an achievement for getting them all in. So we're gonna get it.
Are you enjoying this, Stanley? Are you having fun? Is this a real video game? Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over. That's right. Your little fun comes to an end. This is my game, and what I say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am.
Possible to get them all in?
Structure.
I don't know.
I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you'd like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But who knows? You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something. After all, you're the one who knows best. Take care, Stanley.
Alright, let's go.
Hold on. What are you doing? Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Okay, so this area, one moment. There's a hole there. A lot of nothing there. Okay, real quick, I'm gonna check. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Well, I think this is the best bet over here. I don't think you can prevent that. I don't think there's anything except that little room. And then it'll just fall. Okay. This area, I do want to see if any of these doors open. That could be interesting. I'm pretty sure if you just wander long enough. Yeah, if you go through there and go to the light. I think down into the door on his left. So yeah, I do want to activate cheats and some cheats that I did in the original one or whatever, and see if there's, because there's just these few areas that I don't think I ever checked. And I found some pretty interesting stuff last time I played this game. Ooh, I'm going there, no? And it ends right here, no? Oh. It doesn't end? I thought it ended. Okay, it does end. Just after
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Seems you can't do cheats in Ultra Deluxe. That's a problem. Let's see. Face punch doesn't work.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Dang. Okay,
What
I
could
guess
it
I'll have to
mean?
play the original game
Stanley
in order
decided to go to
check
the
through
meeting
these
room.
things.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Interesting. It's kind of dumb, to be honest, in my opinion. I'm sure they
Stanley
could have
came
added,
to a set of
added
2 open
something
doors. This was
about
not
it.
the correct
I
way
don't
to
know.
the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to
But they
stop
just
by the
decided
employee
not to.
lounge first,
I don't know.
just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Confusion
Stanley
ending.
didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Left.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way. No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
I'm in the friggin' back rooms, man.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
It's worse than this.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I can't get that achievement while the confusion ending is happening. Weird. I can't click on any doors.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything? Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps. Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what?
No, I don't remember
I've
anything.
completely forgotten what we were
I have
supposed to
dementia.
be doing. How about this? You win!
Yay! I win!
Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job.
Thank goodness.
Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual
Unless
work
you're
for
gonna
that
restart
win.
again.
Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Okay.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that? You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the
Getting
nature
very
of life itself?
hard to follow.
Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Yeah, here we go. Ba-ba-da-da-ba-da-ba. Ba-ba-da-da-ba-da-ba-do. Ba-ba-da-da-ba-da-ba. Ba-ba-da-da-ba-da-ba-do. Ba-da. Ba-ba-da. Ba-ba-da. The game glitch a bit. Unit just doesn't understand.
Cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell? Still missing the doors. Did we make a mistake following the line? Perhaps we could have found the story on our own. Oh, No, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted
Wait, what is that?
After everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
The, like, missing now or something? What? That was weird.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
That's what I thought.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
It's gone.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important, we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits. Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know?
Dang.
Will someone come?
Nothing changed.
Will something happen?
So sad.
So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Yeah, well, I don't know. I tried.
All of his co-workers
One more
were gone.
ending.
What could it
And
mean?
then...
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Wait a minute. That door wasn't open. Hold the phone. Are you kidding me? Why? Why don't you let me do cheats? This is so dumb. We're not gonna go that way yet.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
That I did.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
It's only sometimes open, so that was actually pretty W, honestly. Yeah. Anyway. Business strategy. Business strategy. Okay. I don't know, I'm pretty sure this is usually locked, so that's kind of a W that it just opened on my first try.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
I don't remember what it was.
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway. Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job.
I don't remember that being there.
Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold?
I will be right back.
Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Okay. I'm back.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
427 right there. Yeah. Massive W. Ooh.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Nah.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
So yeah, I don't know. I think if you just stay by the door until the thing happens, it just doesn't open. I don't know. So yeah, nothing new there, seems.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So, let's go to new content.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Okay. This is stuff I've never seen before. Only thing I know is that there's something to do with a bucket. I don't know what about the bucket,
Hello,
but it's a
and
bucket.
thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Bang. Already trying to find secret stuff.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
It's so cool that the same dude came back to do it more. It's
I have to say,
very cool.
initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Oh, is it behind me? Oh, okay.
All right. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Amazing.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this
Yes,
is new
that was
content, then
amazing. I don't know what you're
could just
talking
read through the
about.
whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that in the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And if... Oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is. That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Yes. Peace. This is like the confusion ending. What the frig?
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something. Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares? When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley left from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks
So I guess I have to go into bed. I was hoping that there was, something new, but no.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something. Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look. I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Okay. I don't want to go in there, though. I'm gonna pick up the phone. I want to go over here. don't forget Stanley Parable.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release?
What language is
Remember
this?
back in
Russian?
October of 2013, when the game originally launched. Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
The Last of Us. Good times. 2013. 2013. Mozilla Firefox start page. This seems like a funeral. That was in loving memory. There's 4 different versions of that. 5 different versions of that same picture. Probably even more. Let me check. There's that 431 again. That was over here. Was it? No, it wasn't. Never mind. Smile because it happened. Strip that memory lane. Bits of music. Blah, blah. $1? Why is there just $1? What? The demo. Outside, don't play for 5 years. Gmail. It was impossible to get this achievement. Nominee, Stanley Parable. Game innovation. Nominee, Stanley Parable debut game. Story. Those tough choices, and then Mariella ending. Is that the? Oh my goodness! Yo, it's a hamper.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
By narrator 2013. Almost looks like it says 2023. But obviously that's wrong. There's another door. Two double doors. There's portal. There's the confusion. No, the cheating ending or whatever. But you can't get it in this version because you can't friggin' cheat. Let's see. Minecraft. Begin the game. Yeah. Memory zone maintenance. Knowing your city. What that is. Oversight committee. What? Unplug me. This sterile office. Damp carpet. Kill me. I've been painting these for weeks. I desire release. Interesting. There's the 2 doors again. There's Stanley, there's Mariella. That's source, I guess. Red and blue doors. Okay. The end is never. The end is never the end. Raphael Parable. That's a W.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com.
Oh, what the frick?
The Stanley Parable is
Okay.
both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Hold up. There's the serious room. I found it. But I can't get in there. That's dumb. That's the demo. Weird.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Oh, wait a minute.
God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they? Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web
reminds me
of
of Raphael
profound
Parable.
philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them. Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley, I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it, well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll... Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice. That is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've ever given your Greek gift of mortal and yet timeless thought? Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person? Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works. Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button. Although I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is runs Steam will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review, merely because of this very situation. Yes, I think that's quite likely. Or perhaps they'll simply grant this particular user the ability to change their review, so that the feature is not widely abused. Look, I would even be okay with Steam
how would it,
this particular review so that
how would you abuse it? It doesn't really...
Something along the lines of, this game is the best game.
You can't abuse that.
How about this? From the ashes of depravity rises the phoenix of quality.
Yeah, I'm on the bucket. Let's go. Oh, that one ended. That one was actually a little bit more interesting.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's Well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here? Where did the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room? I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere?
Yeah, there's
a porthole.
There's a door right there.
Sufficiently large crack in the wall. I'll take any of
right
these.
before
All I want is for us to
press
move
the
on
button
and to
third
please
time.
step away from the skip button to go anywhere other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there? I swear there was. Where did it go? Can you maybe just ram your way through a wall? Is there any possibility that you could, say, slam your body into the wall until enough damage is done for you to be able to leave? Please, I'll take any option at all. I'm asking you to work with me here. We need a door. We need a door of some kind. I can work with any kind of door as long as it can open and lead from one room to another. I'm going to step away for just a moment, and I'm going to try to find us a door. I don't know how exactly to remove a door and place it in a different wall, but I will find a way, I promise. You just need to not do anything. Don't press the skip button. Please, please, please do not press the skip button. Just wait here for me, and don't press the skip button.
We're just gonna keep doing this then.
Good. I'll be right back.
You told me to ram into the wall, so that's what I'm gonna do. Maybe there's another door in here that I don't remember there being or something. I don't know. We could go through the vents like we did before. I think it's probably gonna make us press the button. I don't want to wait here for like 20 minutes or something. I mean, I could. Is this an ending you can repeat? Because I'm not too sure about that. So I don't want to mess it up, you know? This is a chance of new content. Or extra secret content, I mean. So obviously this is already new content. But if this is a chance that there's secret content with this, then I wanna take it. I wanna take that chance. So we're just gonna keep ramming our heads into this wall until he comes back. Here, I have an idea. Make a new source real quick. Oh. Window capture source. It's gonna be source. Done. And then we're gonna make this full screen. We're gonna turn on a switch. And voila. Smash Bros. We can just play Smash Bros. While we wait for the narrator, you know? Such a great idea. It definitely will just... I'm guessing we're gonna have to press the skip button. I'm gonna play this for like 5-10 minutes, and if you hear nothing on the other side, we're just gonna press the skip button. But for now, even though it's really laggy, go ahead and actually, let's play some World Light. So I have not finished it. So why not? Okay. Let's go. Oh, floor's lava. Well, it's fine. Not too. Jeez, this lag is pretty intense. Probably because I'm running another game while doing this, obviously, but like, it's pretty intense. It is struggling to capture this game. Okay. The boss? Okay. Is this the master? Doesn't seem like it. A poison 4. This one. Oh, this is a stamina battle. I didn't even realize that. What? You're invincible during that? How cheater is that? The freak? And why do you get a freaking gun? What? Yeah, I'm definitely losing this one.
Continue.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh my gosh. This stupid lag is just not working out. It's not helping. What the freak are you doing? Of course. Yeah. Jeez. I don't think I can beat this one.
Continue.
So I have a different, better one for poison immunity. It doesn't seem like it. I think that's our only one. It just takes up 2, you know? Okay, let's see. Sigma. Yes. You kidding? That's dumb. Anyway, we're gonna use him anyway. Where's he? There's. I see. Well, not gonna be as good. But if I could, let's see. What we're gonna do? Smash attacks. I'm just gonna try to hit her with as many smash attacks as we can. Oh my gosh, what is this lag, dude? You have to be good at this game. It's so dumb. You weren't even mastered. Okay, I just gotta. Never mind. It's 0 Samus.
Continue.
I was gonna say, okay, I just gotta edge guard her, but no, it's 0 Suit Samus. You can't edge guard 0 Suit Samus. She has a free get back to stage card. Oh my gosh. What? You can't shield a jab, excuse me? Why?
Continue.
What was I supposed to do? That is so dumb. Okay. It's not working. And close that. Let's get back to the game. He's not coming back.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer. And my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times. And there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button. And if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here. And more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it. And I have to believe. I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would you? I've been thinking and thinking, and I don't know what I can do to convince you otherwise. Oh my God.
Because I can't do anything.
And it's all because of those reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie Nine. I have no idea who they are. What would it ever really matter? But here I am. I'm fixating on every tiny negative thing that anyone ever says about me. The merest mention of one of my imperfections, and I become as impetulant as a child, wild and impulsive. I can't help myself. I can't stop myself from lashing out with a vengeful fury to alter and to change and to break anything unbroken, if only it pleases this one person who made a single negative comment. What does such an impulse serve? For whose benefit is this? And here I am now, stuck in a room, waiting for you to press this button. To become frozen in time, knowing that you're going to do it and that I'm going to be stuck all alone, and that I had the power to prevent it all from happening if only I'd held my tongue. It's all out of... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right?
Why is there
Me
light
talking
over here?
And you saying nothing.
That's so weird.
That it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley.
Just
Days,
stopped. That's all.
months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collective heart.
I bet you
It was
there's
an
some sort of
impossibly
secret ending
rich
if you actually
wellspring
do
of
wait
both
for him.
delight and disgust simultaneously.
If you just
I was
never press it.
consumed by it. I could do nothing but wallow in it for what felt
That'd be
like an
interesting.
eternity, for what I now know was far less. You see, it was a revelation for me. It was unlike anything I had ever known. It was a space without consequence, without action or outcome. It was divorced entirely from the question of free will that you and I have squabbled over for so long. There could be no one ending, no singular outcome.
All right, I'm gonna press the button again.
All events existed.
I think he's just gone now. I'm just gonna check around the room just a tad bit before I press it again. Who knows how long I've been in here?
But they didn't understand the game
Thousands
was
of
never
years.
meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion.
Thousands of years? Millions?
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
I'm gonna write down this one.
The end is never the end, is never the end.
Unless it just repeats.
Is never the end, is
That'd be
never
funny.
the end, is never 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 the.
Oh yeah, here we go. I was waiting for something like this. Maybe some portal crap. Oh yeah. I want to get out. Soon. More will crumble. I love this. This is so cool. Like, genuinely. Wait, I want to climb in the bucket again. Yeah. Soon more will crumble, I bet. What? Oh. What the... That took a turn. Took a massive turn. Holy. No sounds anymore. Nope. This became a horror game. What the freak? What is out there? Oh. Yo. One second. Doesn't seem like I'm able to press it again. Who knows how long it's... Billions of years, millions, trillions of years. Wait. When will the sun explode? reached the end of its life in another 10. Dang.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall. Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away.
New content.
Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
That was the coolest ending. I'm not gonna lie. So far, anyway, that was the coolest ending.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
The end is never the end again for 2
Yes,
7.
you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience,
Using 2
built from the
printers at the
ground
same
up.
time.
Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Indeed, it has.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential. Now to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Okay. The Stanley Parable is the prequel to the Stanley Parable 2 is the sequel to the Stanley Parable is the prequel to the... Yeah, okay. 2. Sequels are good. Party 2, Half-Life 2, Batman, Arkham Asylum 2, Divinity Original Sin, Doom 2, Aladdin 2, Return of Jafar, Dark Souls 2, okay. I'm not sure what the Aladdin... I don't know how good that is, but whatever. I want to sit in the theme. Oh, okay.
Here we are.
Taken
Go
straight
on,
from
try out some of
Persona
the new features.
5. What the freak is that? That is not Stanley. Okay, I don't want this achievement. Let's get it. Pull the lever.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen. What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet? You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle? Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece, then.
Won't even give me any new ones. That's fine. Please, no screenshots.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Get well someday.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
Wow. Dang.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision, we're moving on.
Every pause button is the Roman numeral 2. Uh-oh. Infinite hole? Excuse me? Is that the infinite hole? Is this the way to the infinite hole? Okay, yeah. Depth infinite. Infinity. Holy moly, how deep can we dig?
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
A moment. I gotta check Steam real quick. Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Achievements. Okay, I beat the game. Stanley Parable. Teaching me the lore. Welcome back with the game. Let's start again. I'm gonna play the Stanley Parable the entire duration of a Tuesday. 8. Speedrun. Settings world champions, all setting timers to all available numbers. Wow. Super go outside. Don't play Stanley Parable for 10 years. Jeez. So there's nothing about falling down the infinite hole for like a while or something. Oh, let's try it. So why not?
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
It's G. I want to keep going until...
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
Why? Because there's a bottom?
Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely?
I don't want to fall
the hole was
infinitely.
as deep as anyone would actually need.
I just wanted to
Don't you
keep
put this
falling
on
until
me. Maybe you're the problem.
Couldn't see the light anymore, you know?
Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
I bet there's an ending down there. Not sure how to get it. What's up there? Oh, never mind. Can't get over there. It's dumb. I hate that giant figurine. It's the worst ever. Can you find them what? Collect them all?
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
That's terrifying. There's 6 of them. Okay. Dang.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Tragic. I agree. That's why Breath of the Wild did it right. They just gave you a poo. Oh, wait. I'm there. So let's go back through and let's okay, there it is.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this
Name,
button
hear yours
which
today.
speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Is it like a Texas speech or something? That'd be funny.
Jim,
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role play as Jim to really simulate
I'm
the
Jim.
full experience of this feature.
Hello, gamer.
Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a
When did
deep
you say
breath,
that?
clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
Okay, I am
want
Jim.
you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust.
Wow.
Do you
Wow.
feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
Okay.
Jim.
Yes! You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you. Do it again. Do it again.
Jim.
It hits even harder the second time. If
Wow,
this were the only
amazing.
new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim
Would
button.
it?
I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Okay, actually, no, I'm gonna press it one more time.
Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much, Jim. I'm putting the Jim button away. Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
Jim.
Dang. Jim. Let's see, one moment. I gotta check real quick. But yeah. Jim. What's in this door? Can I go in this door? No, I cannot.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Red is the new orange. But I saw this. It wasn't 999, but I saw that. Baby is all grown up. Oh my goodness. His office does look pretty good though, I'm not gonna lie. Red is the new orange. Circle, mostly infinite hole. Oh wait, they changed it. Mostly infinite hole. And the button that says Jim. Oh my goodness, that is hilarious. Okay. Epilogue.
Epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it would go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Of one of the stories. I mean, not stories. Settings world champion. Mostly infinite for achievement. Okay, we're gonna do it. 50, 51, 52. This is gonna take a while. 53, 54, 55, 56. 57. I thought you the achievement said you did. Let me check again. Let's see. Settings world champion, set all settings sliders in the menu to all available numbers. Yeah. It said all available numbers. Actually, I guess you're right. Okay, that's yeah, that's probably yeah. I think it was 75. We'll see when we get there.
This is of a man.
Well, I sure didn't get it. I don't know. Oh, here we go. There's more. Still didn't do it. Okay, here's more. Also, I think I'll keep that. Show color labels. Where's general? General. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Never mind. Never mind. You already said that. My bad. Oh, I can change it to Windows. What else is there to do? Do I just exit out of the area now, I guess? Maybe if I just exit. Nope. Weird. I wish it could be like that. I feel like I might have been doing it too fast, maybe? I don't know. Okay. Okay, I think I got it then. Okay, so 50. Yeah. Ooh. Okay, yeah. Much better. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Go down to like that. That looks good. Okay. Thank you for helping me, by the way. This one is gonna take a while, holy. Okay, yeah, I'll skip it for now and then go to this one. Does it mention this one at all? That was weird. Okay. I'll just do it anyway. That was all in there. Okay.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. This is the story of
A man named Stanley. This is the story of a man named Stanley. Okay, well, I've done all of them except for the rectical one, so let's keep going. We're getting there, we're getting there. It's not what I wanted. There we go. Weird. Maybe now if I exit out? I don't know. I'll come back to it. Wait, never mind.
Aha!
We did it.
I can see you've gotten the Settings World Champion achievement. Well done.
Apparently.
You've experienced
Didn't give me
every setting. Traveled to all corners of the settings menu. There's nothing you haven't seen. So, just for you, in the Stanley Parable 2, I'm including an entirely new setting, something called bumpscosity.
Viscosity.
What exactly is bumpscosity? Well, I haven't quite figured that part out yet, but I just know that you'll be able to adjust it on some sort of slider, and that it'll be available from the settings menu. We'll sort the rest of the details out later. I hope you're looking forward to trying out every level of bumpscosity in the Stanley Parable 2.
It didn't say I got the achievement, but I guess it worked. Supposedly. Nope, there's no bumpscosity. Sad. Okay. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. I see. Epilogue. Is there anything else I can do before I do the buckets? That's the reassurance bucket. Office decorations, leaving a hole. Let me just check on the map over here. Okay, office collectibles. Infinite hole exit. There's an exit. Okay, I think I've got everything. I'm just gonna go over to the... Yeah, okay, never mind. What is Q for achievement? Okay, got that. Yep. Okay. Time for the bucket. This is the only thing I've heard about in... so far. Like all this, that was completely new to me. This one, I've heard about that there's something to do with the bucket.
Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart.
Oh, okay, there we go.
As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance
This is
while
a
the bucket
bucket.
is in your arms. And to be
Dear
honest,
gosh,
it's a much more
there's
convenient
more.
solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Okay, here we go.
Can you feel it? The glow
What was
of
that
comfort,
laugh?
even in the face of crushing despair,
was maniacal.
must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you
Can't
an
put it
air
down,
of
though.
charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Okay, we have the bucket.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already. Come now, you've already made your choice. It's true that you chose badly, but we all have to move on from our mistakes.
Wow. Okay, I'm gonna... How am I supposed to put it on my head? Okay, let's try... I want to see now. Since it said it removes paradoxical things, right? So if we head over to the mostly infinite hole.
Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you.
Oh,
The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal.
I guess there was more to
It's a
this than I
pit that's
thought.
an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than
Yeah.
you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that
I
naughty.
think this platform has moved
Well, I
up,
suppose once again
probably.
there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. I really do have so much... Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes.
Okay,
I'm
let's keep
starting
doing
to
this.
become extremely
I don't think the
certain
bucket has
that the
anything to do
hole
with
is
it.
Not only not infinite, but that
But-
it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is.
Okay.
The shame
Oh.
of my lie has come to haunt. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh,
I just
who am I to
slightly
judge?
fell down.
You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready.
I think
to
it's
move
gonna
on.
go farther up. Let's see. Uh-oh.
Is the
I can't use it.
teleport button not working? You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
Can I just begin the game again then? Wait. Nope, something's happening. What has happened? Okay, it's moving. It's moving down. Just the two of us. We can make a try. Just the two of us. Just do this. Just do this. We can castle in the sky. Just do this. You and I. You got 2 PMs. Here's daily management. You get 2 PM. Okay. Here we go. What? Wow. Incredible. It's Stanley. And the bucket right next to me. This is incredible. Oh, space. Oh, I'm not Stanley anymore. What the freak? Incredible.
Stanley? 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 Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland.
Wow.
But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things,
I am focused on the
you and I
hole.
will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them.
Is there a way to drop the bucket, man?
I'll be back. Toodle-pip.
Is it gonna happen again? Alright, see you. Oh, yep, we got the ending. Okay.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
What can the buckets help me in this room? It's gone. It just stays gone. Okay, so if the hole had more stuff in it, then I should probably check everything else just a bit more. Just a bit. Epilogue. Let me check. Did I get it? It still didn't say I have it. That's weird. I don't think that was there. I think there was a car there before. I don't know. Weird. Let's see. Still just nothing. There. Oh, that's the exits, apparently. Well, I might as well head to the exit. I don't think I can do anything else. Checked every single area, it seems. Alright. Let's exit. Back to the game, but with the buckets.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now? So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but
Yeah.
I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go.
Okay.
Version 2.
I mean, 2.
Ooh. Who am I kidding,
Look at that.
Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot
two
of
of 'em.
gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Let's begin.
This is the story of a man named
I want to see
Stanley.
what's different here.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
The balloons.
Employee number 427's job was simple.
Why isn't it
He
red?
sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long, to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
That was it.
No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh boy. There it is.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way. Stanley picked up the bucket.
Oh my gosh. This is so annoying, my nose.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Let's do that, honestly. Let's see what changes.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy? It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket.
Does it? Does it really?
It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh, no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults?
I want to give it to the broom closet.
Simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley,
Yes.
I never liked this broom closet for
There
a
we go.
variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I'd never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it. Okay, I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we
New
go.
broom closet ending.
There. Now
Oh.
it's settled. No more
Okay.
debate, no more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet, with all your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
That is bright.
All right, I've got a second sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You see? I feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket. That way,
Amazing.
if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, ah, it's a bucket. There really is a wide variety of applications for this sticker.
It's a bucket. No way. Guys, it's a bucket. This
You know
is a
what?
bucket.
I could take the name-calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us the silent treatment. And to be honest, I'm sick of the pettiness on display. You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetulant room of cleaning supplies. Easily the most childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about you and your bucket.
I think that's the end. Sad. Okay.
Coming to
I
a
was gonna
staircase,
do
Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's
boss's
office.
office.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
I hate the figurines. They suck. Because the boss knows what the boss says goes with the boss over the bosses, then it's the boss chase. What? Whatever. Are these just open all the time? No. This one's closed now.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would. And he knew it. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Incredible.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands? Stanley figs? Or what about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Okay, I'm gonna see if the... right, never mind. It closes. Welcome back. We are taking the bucket to the normal ending. Actually. What if I take the bucket to the death ending? So I was trying that earlier, and
towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself
something like that happened. I mean, it was completely normal.
Comforting him,
And so if I bring the bucket, what happened?
Would be all right.
I don't know. We're just gonna try each one individually.
Everything will be fine.
But there's a lot of endings. I don't have to get them all. It's gonna take a while. This will take a couple
Stanley and the
streams.
bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Both wondered to themselves. The bucket can think? Incredible.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs.
Who's that?
The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be
499.
fine.
So yeah, there's no 999. There's only 600. Interesting. Do I trust the bucket? I don't know.
Was the bucket
The
under
bucket
the
seems
mind control
pretty-
facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What
It
kind
seemed like
of
it can do
things
great
does a
things.
bucket
I don't
want to
know.
do or not want to do
It's
in the first
bad.
place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
I just wonder where it can take me.
No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control.
Probably
Never!
does.
He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
I'll have to try it later when I come back for
But here was the proof.
the death
The
ending.
heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking
eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its...
There we go. True ending.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over?
Ow.
Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket
They
had
had done
defeated
it.
their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil
I don't know.
mind-controlled
That's kinda-
machine. Freedom was now mere moments away.
That's kind of weird.
Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and...
Oh.
What? Wait. What was happening?
Okay.
Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave. Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped.
Sure.
Very soon now, he was about to find out.
And game restart. Alright. That's one ending with the bucket.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time. Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
Okay. None of those computers. Meeting today in the meeting room. Huh. Okay. I guess there's a meeting in the meeting room. Better head to the meeting room.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
How can we find them? Maybe we are the collectibles. What we know, small flame items appeared across the object's office with synergies to ensure the retrieval. There are many questions. There is no memo from management. Agenda. How can you tell you spotted one? What makes them float in the air? Who took these pictures of them? Fake leads are hard to find. Follow clues provided by employee 416. We can do it. Red room. Thank you. Good luck. There will be a reward for finding them all. Lies. Okay.
Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers. If
Give me
I
another
did,
one.
You can guarantee we'd be in here for hours. But alas, no stickers.
Dang. I guess I can't get any more stickers.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
The red room.
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What name better encapsulates
I like
the
Stanlerines
intrinsic
better.
sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of
I
your
also like
screen
mini
go up by
stands.
1? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
Yeah, I like mini stands quite a lot. I wonder what that ending will be like with the bucket. Should I do that first? Should I do this ending, or should I do the turning on the mind control facility? Or should I do the escape? I don't know. I think I'll do this one first since I'm right here already.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then, something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong. Surely no good would come from this. Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket. And indeed, now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd.
Someone stole the bucket. Yeah.
Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it?
He's
I must
gone
find
mad.
it.
He doesn't
Far
have his
off in the
bucket
distance
anymore.
now, he heard it calling to him.
Stanley! Stanley, it's me, the bucket.
Could it truly be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were his special bucket.
There's so many
Come to me,
buckets.
Stanley.
There's so many.
He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along. It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
What do you mean it was inside of me? I made...
This is
Did
the
I
story
eat it?
of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security.
His
and walked
bucket.
to her place of
She had a bucket too.
But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket.
No bucket.
Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter.
Incredible.
Of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at
The
work.
bucket multiverse
Bucket
is expanding.
would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself. My life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way.
All the way to work. How many backflips is that? That is so many backflips.
All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
Yes.
The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
2500? Oh, yeah.
Stanley
Makes
clutched
sense.
the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Okay, is there gonna be another meeting room? Another meeting? Is there gonna be another hint onto where the next one is? Okay. We'll make some float in the air. Who took these pictures of them? I find the lessons so funny. Shut the frick up. Provided by employee 416. Okay, okay, I should remember that. Trust the completionist instinct. Why wouldn't they tell us something will happen in this investigation, this room? They feel pointless, to be honest. Weird spinning figurines. Alright.
Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet,
Okay.
simply because I have no remaining stickers. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Okay, there's 3 endings I could get here. Any figurine? Might as well try. See if it'll appear if I go to the elevator. Doesn't seem like it. Okay, so I have my
Stepping
plan.
into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was singing. I'm gonna do the explosion, detonation, ending, whatever. And then I'm going to
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead
do the
through
escape
large
one,
door
and
that
then I'm
read,
going to
"Mind control
turn off
facility."
the narrator by doing the door fake out. Okay, let's try.
The
Let's try to see if we can
rose
get
on
the,
an enormous room
Easter
packed
egg.
with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Just numbers. Okay.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Yeah, there's that one over there that was just like broken. Normal one's fine. Okay.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
There's also that empty, oh, a few empty ones. They just don't have numbers, I guess. I don't know. Let's wait. Yeah. There's a lot of interesting things in this room. Like there's these few like red ones or whatever. Oh, it's open now. Okay. Ooh, this is different. This is better. Cause in the original, these like the screens were like flashing different colors and whatnot. Well, this one actually looks much better. Secrets Room 2014. Okay. Super Secret Bros. Yes, you did. You missed the infinite hole. My condolences to you.
No!
No!
His own life in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery... But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls.
Oh no!
Stanley gasped in horror.
That wasn't the bucket, that was me.
To take over the machine and claim the power for itself?
Okay, let's see.
How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds. Silly
birds.
Silly birds. The control buttons became active again.
What do I press? Do I turn on the birds or off? Do I turn off the birds? What do I turn off the birds or on the... Oh. Okay, never mind. I can have... Okay. Oh. Birds.
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world.
Amazing.
The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions.
Penguins.
Had the bucket known this all along?
Love penguins.
Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands.
I'm just gonna look at the penguins.
One who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. Yeah. And Stanley was happy.
Am I? Okay. That's that ending. Now let's rush through. Got the escape ending.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Quickly. I guess both of them are kind of escape endings, you know?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's
office. One, you know, is escape. It says escape on the way in or whatever. That's just okay, that's just seats. Can I open this again? Yes, I can. Incredible. What about this? Can I open this again? Yes, I can. Incredible. Okay.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Okay. Okay. Now we're going to escape.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
Would we? I have the
The
bucket
door
with
behind
me.
them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Back on track.
At
The
this
bucket
point,
is guiding
Stanley
me
and
to
the
death.
bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
Yes, I'm very aware. The end is never the end is loading. Where's my bucket? Where'd my bucket go? Oh, there it is.
As the machine
wonder-
whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket. But what
I don't know.
use is a sense
I think the
of
bucket
ease
is just
when you're
fine.
about to be crushed to death. This is what
'Cause, like,
Stanley
I don't
thought
die
was.
here anyway.
And he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
I don't die anyway. Yeah.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's
This is-
life came to an end, as it was crushed violently to death.
I'm still confused about it being alive.
It
Two.
was a
There should be
shame,
two there.
The death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a glorious bucket to behold.
Now the entire museum is gonna be about buckets. Welcome to the grand exhibit. You are standing. Blah, 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 knowledge. Blah, 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 okay. It's all the buckets. It's all buckets.
Can you see
There's
how
so many
arrogant it
buckets.
was for Stanley to take a bucket like
25
this and
buckets?
to claim it for his own?
That's not
Can
25
you see the hubris
buckets.
that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket
What?
is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
Oh. It's flying, okay. Inferno buckets. Incredible. The original cave drawing of buckets. Yeah, the buckets predate existence of mankind. Oh my goodness. The bucket is incredible.
No
It is an
man can own a
all-powerful
bucket, and certainly
existence.
not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
Okay, right. I feel like that is more of the ending. Actually, no, I'm just gonna go for it. Oh, okay. Yeah, it was. Well, I didn't get to see all of these museums. It's
But there
fine.
is something we can do.
I can do that in
Something
a
we can
later
do
stream.
together, you and I, that will right this
Probably
terrible
tomorrow,
wrong.
actually. What?
Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save
Okay.
the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new world, a new vision.
Amazing. So you actually die in this ending now. Incredible. Okay.
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
I still haven't seen another message one.
Stanley picked up the bucket and smiled. He'd never be alone again, not truly alone, not with the bucket around. Stanley
False.
clutched the bucket tightly to his chest.
The narrator is the most amazing voice you have ever heard. Yeah. I forgot to look at... Was it 216 or 416? Okay, too late.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Okay.
Stepping in.
Here we go. I think. Yeah, I can still open it. Can I open this? Nope. Oh, you're talking about the woman married it. Okay, yeah. I agree with you there. Door's closed. Makes sense. Always gotta go in the broom closet. Okay. Doesn't change. No, it does. Okay. I think it was either 216 or 416. Which one? 416. Okay. What's this? Why is this E yellow? Okay. It's just spicy. Spicy beans. That's... Wait. It's 411, 412, 13. 416 should be somewhere over here. Yes. So I should knock on that door, I guess. Anyway. Still no inputs. Speaking of the heaven ending, I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to get the I'm not sure how I'm gonna get the heaven ending with the buckets itself. Also, behind this door was some really weird stuff. Anyway. I mean, it's not that really stuff, it's that. But, like, at the same time, it was kind of weird because it kept going. I've been down there. I'm holding Game & Watch down B because, it's a bucket. And the bucket is very important. Just trust the bucket, okay? Trust the bucket. I think it's 760, right? Yeah. 58. 9. Escape pod, launch bay. Here we go. How does the bucket all change this ending? I'm actually getting inside this time? Holy crap, okay. Like, shh. What is this? What? Oh my goodness, that was hilarious. The bucket can escape without me. It's fine. Alright.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself, that's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his
I got the end is never
co-workers.
the end thing. Interesting. But I want inputs. I want to be able to input. But it's gone. What the freak? It's literally just gone now. Okay, how do I can't get new content anymore because we're in Stanley Parable 2 now.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I forgot to check 416. It changes location now? To where?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
It's in the employee lounge? Where?
Butterflies in his stomach. Giddy but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Bottom text.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I've done all the endings in here. In the left door. I don't know what else I could do. Let's begin the game. Oh wait,
All of his co-workers were gone.
I was talking
What
about.
could it mean?
I'm confused. Okay.
Stanley decided
Yeah,
to go
I
to
know-
the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a
I
minute.
know the inputs. It's different. Okay. Replacement bucket. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well.
And try not to lose this one too, you dolt.
Wow. Okay. It says employee 416 is... Okay, we got a new office this time. That's fun.
Stanley
Yeah, so
clasped the
if you-
bucket tightly to his chest and entered the
If you
door.
want the line, let's go get the line.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Okay. Let's do confusion.
Oh, good, Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place.
Okay. See, here's the line. Here's the adventure
You see,
line.
your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. the bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line?
Can I get another
we
sticker
could make
in
the
here?
Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
No, it doesn't want to give me a... That's sad. Okay. Let's follow the Adventure Line.
Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well. Now this is what the Stanley Parable
Why'd you
is
stop
all
it?
about. Don't you remember
I
all
hate you.
those great jokes from the original
Portal?
dialogue?
What the freak?
Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's
Okay,
get
no,
them
it's
more
not
content
Portal.
exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
The bucket? I have to give up the bucket? Is that what you're saying?
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer. I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels
I
as
know,
though it's
right?
been part of the cast all along. Don't you
Like,
agree?
he yelled at me for losing the bucket, and now he wants to destroy
Can you
it? Like,
guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you.
it destroys the bucket. Let me
Go
guess.
ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready. Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket.
I'm
I
trying.
don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets
I
is
can't
all
do it. It won't let me.
That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The Broom Closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting
Yeah,
very
I don't
upset
think
now.
I don't
You'll
think
have to hurry and
it lets me do. Wait, no, that's not what I wanted. Settings, controls, see, interaction. They're the same thing. Yeah.
Beat it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
Well, I think we died. Is that the outfit? Oh, that's the Bucket
My
Destroyer.
prized
Never mind.
creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
Were you? Was the Bucket Destroyer really that magnificent, or was it just a machine that could destroy a bucket? I don't really see how it had any personality at all. It was not even living. Unlike the bucket, the bucket is real and
All
living
of his co-workers
and is my
were gone.
friend.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. The good old bucket. Just Stanley and the bucket. off on another thrilling adventure together.
Gotta get like a key to it at some point or something. I don't know.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
So true.
And here it was.
He did
Had
get
the
snake
bucket
down
turned out to
bead.
be correct? Was this better? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Okay.
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this
wait a
obvious
minute.
fact. He was firmly convinced that
There's
the
a
bucket
Stan-
had spoken to him.
a mini
and
Stan
he
over there.
unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
I'll have to figure that out later. We're gonna do this ending first.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Now pick up the phone.
Said
Okay.
the bucket.
Pick up the phone, and it will take us back home, where we can go about life.
Okay, whatever. We're gonna. Why does I feel like
This
that
is
like
the sad
Stanley.
story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
All right. Now what? Narrator. Hello. Oh. Sure. Press I to take me to work with you. Okay, some friends just came over. They're going to slightly join the stream.
Hey.
Good evening.
Friends came over from school.
The Stanley Parable reassurance
Hello.
bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship.
I'm playing, yeah.
It doesn't
I'm
literally
playing Stanley
talk
Parable.
and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
What's up, bro?
That's Dante.
Bucket.
That's Isaac.
Lately, I've been concerned about him.
Isaac.
Wouldn't
Okay.
you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal
know if you know
object?
who I am.
I want to say something
my
to
name's
him, but I
Soren.
don't know how I can
Nice
listen
to meet you.
to
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm missing the story here. Oh, great.
Well,
Yeah, it's Ben and Soren
Stanley,
and
Can you
Dante
hear
and
me? Listen to me.
Isaac,
It's just
yeah.
a bucket. It can't think. It can't talk. All it would ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it. It doesn't do anything else.
So yeah, are you gonna stay here and do this?
Yeah, I'm doing just a few more endings and then I'm gonna quit.
All right, all right.
Why you got so many katanas?
Where's the
Actually, though,
Where's the bucket? The
I've
bucket's
actually
gone.
made it here.
Oh, there it is. Don't listen to the loud and press E to go back home. Okay.
You see,
yeah.
he's not
The guy just
listening.
came here.
He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to.
But that's what's
now
gonna
all he cares about is his awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal.
Press K to ignore anyone in your life except for me. Oh boy.
It's sad, but I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The
Shiny
bucket does
bucket?
have a nice shine to it.
Bruh, it's not cool. What the heck?
You look like a golfer, bro.
Where's the shiny bucket?
What the H word?
It's hot.
It is really hot anyway.
It is. I think it's probably because you guys came in here that it started getting really hot.
Yeah, because I walked. I blame these two, and then it got so
There's too many people in this one room.
I'm trying to make it more humid in here. Oh. Bro's made
Yes, I
Do you
suppose
really like
there's
strawberry
some
Fanta?
inspection that it
I
doesn't
can't
quite
tell.
look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more, what am I trying to say?
Okay, we'll leave.
Sturdier,
See you, man.
more capable of
Bye,
transporting,
mahogany.
like
Goodbye.
it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
Close the door, would you?
I got you.
Thank you. Okay, they're gone now. Press V to relieve the same dude with me and over and over.
Oh my
Crazy.
God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket?
Yay.
Oh no. I'm having feelings.
Feelings.
No, 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 no. What's going on? Why do I want to be with
What?
the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do
What is this
anything
thing?
it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps, if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes. The bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation. Stanley, give me the bucket.
Uh-oh.
Give it to me. Give me the bucket, Stanley. I need
Oh my
it.
gosh.
Give it to me now. Give it or I'll...
Close your eyes. Okay, goodbye, gamer. I'm probably gonna end soon anyway. Go back to work, Stanley. It's been like, what? 3.5 hours, I think? So, yeah. That's the end of that one.
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was
The
it
end
a
is
sign
never
of
the
something?
end.
He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was.
Maybe if I don't have the bucket, maybe then I can knock on the 416. No. I will stream Smash sometime this week. I'm also going to stream Celeste and more of this game, obviously. Today is going to be streaming week because of spring break. Also, yeah. Anyway, I think I'm in fact going to stop there and do something else because I've been streaming for 3.5 hours. So that is the end. Wait, actually, first. Let's do this. Actually, wait, no, whatever. Never mind. I should have bring the bucket with me. Oh, here's the bucket.
Where are we going today? The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went together would be perfectly fine with him.
Anyway, I'm gonna quit. So, the end.